Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Hey, sorry about that. Not sure what have happened. Meeting got abruptly ended.
I think 50% of them are dropped. I have to rejoin again.
Yeah. Probably, I have nothing much to discuss. I'm just talking about what you get post this course. Probably I'll
Yeah,
take 5 minutes and then we'll wrap this up if you don't have any questions. But if you have any questions, I'll take them.
yeah.
Okay.
The only question is,
Mm,
okay, we finish it up. I'll ask after that.
sure. So I'll be doing one mock interview and third one, I'm gonna give you intern project. And I want to mention this specifically batch project. Okay. So these are the three key things which I wanted to highlight, guys. Rest all, you should get that from the document. Yeah. If you have any questions, please go ahead.
Yeah. So first thing is regarding this kind of project. So as you said, you will be giving a gap batch project.
Yeah.
And during your example, we wanted to know like in the real time, because when you are teaching or when you're learning, we will learn many topics, but exactly in the real time, how is
Mhm.
it going to work out with all those concepts? It's like concept, getting the knowledge in the concept or implementing those concepts. Do we do all of those in the
We
real
will
time?
do implementing the concept as well, but just that our data sets are not real.
Data, sorry.
Data sets.
Okay.
The data we
Okay.
use is not real because
Yeah.
see, in real-time industry, you will be using
Compliance.
some GBs and TBs of data, but here we'll be using only MBs of data, or
Yes,
I
that's
would say KBs of data. Sometimes the reason being, see, if I start using GBs of data,
yeah.
I should keep my course price above 50K.
And also time also will not permit
Yeah,
in
time
running
also will
also.
not permit. I just schedule something, trigger something, and then we'll have to wait for the entire hour to complete that.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, all the examples I give are real time. I'll be throwing insights on how the interview questions would be asked, how you'll have to answer those questions, expectations from the interviewer during a particular topic. Yeah, all these things will be taken care of. And I'll also be talking about different other consequences you get into when you are dealing with a particular problem. Especially, I'm taking skewness as an example. Okay, so when I'm talking about skewness of the data, right, this is one of the pain point of any data engineer. Okay, because your processes take longer than expected or forever, I would say, and then you'll have to deal with it, optimizing it. So understanding
Mm.
skewness, what happens behind the scenes and how you can actually overcome it. What are the different methods we have, out of which what are trial and error and what are, foolproof methods, right? And how can you identify this skewness? All those things will be covered, but just that we don't use the real data sets.
Okay.
Okay. And
Yeah.
how the interview questions would be asked. Nobody would come and ask you, boss, what is skewness of the data? This is not some college viva, right?
How do you
So
optimize
yes,
anything like?
it's not even optimization. The question you will get is like, what are the major challenges you have faced in your project? And they would expect you to talk about
How
skewness.
you resolve it?
Okay, so not just that, there are different ways of asking the same question. I'll be talking about those things and how you'll have to answer based on your experience. And also, there are few advancements that have happened in handling skewness. So, for example, we have something called as adaptive query engine, but your interviewer doesn't really like was adaptive query engine have just come. So, haven't you faced any issues earlier before adaptive query engine? So they're not expecting you to work on data engineering from an year or two, right? You'll be showcasing as if you have 5-year experience, 6-year experience. So they expect you to talk about skewness, they expect you to talk about salting, they expect you to talk about repartition or collage functions. Okay, so all these
Okay.
things I'll be discussing. This skewness is just one example I have picked to give you a bigger picture.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And about this software or access and all. So do we need any installations for this course or it's
You
only a
don't have to
course?
install anything. Everything is subscription based. So you'll have to create your Azure account. I'll be walking you through the steps and
Mm-hmm.
you will have to spend something from your pocket, guys. Okay, so it's not going to be free. If you ask me how much it's going to be, Usually I spend 2,500 to 3,000 per month. INR, not USD.
Okay.
Okay, so that is something which you'll have to invest from your pocket. And there are ways if you really don't want to spend that amount. You have free editions of the same softwares. But if you can afford, I would highly recommend you to go for a premium version. If you can't, then I'll give you the workarounds as well.
Is it a monthly based, right?
It's monthly based.
Okay.
There are workarounds, so you can practice everything for free of cost as well, but you will miss out on that Azure interface and Azure connectivity. But you can practice SQL, you can practice PySpark, you can do everything.
Okay. Yeah, that is one thing. Yeah, and yeah, these are the major things like practice wise, how do we do, and also this real time kind of examples with how it is being implemented in the real time, not a
Most of my examples are real-time use cases,
sample set of
but yeah,
data with
just
yeah.
that we are using a made up data. That's it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so just I have one query.
Yeah,
Do we
please.
provide placement assistance or something like that?
No, a big no.
Okay.
Like I was mentioning, I will help you with one-on-one session for resume preparation and one mock interview. And then see placement assistance. If you are referring to giving you some insights based on the job description, yes, I am always open. So for example, you have an interview scheduled for Monday, okay, and maybe you want to connect with me a week before or maybe a couple of days before, sharing me job description, and you want to get some insights on what questions would be asked, how you should be answering, what topics you need to focus on for this particular interview. Yeah, I'll be more than happy to help you out. Okay, but if you are expecting me or career IT, I don't want to talk about career IT. Their scope, I don't know. But in my scope, helping you out with clearing your interviews, no, I'm not going to do that. I hope you understood what I'm talking about. I don't want to use that word, but yeah, a big no.
Excuse me, sir. I just have a doubt.
Yeah, please go ahead, Shrikant.
No, actually, you said SQL and PySpark is enough, right, for data engineer role. So
Yeah.
I have heard few of the skills like Apache Kafka, Hadoop, and something like that. So I don't
Hadoop
know
is
much
gone.
about that.
Hadoop is gone, Shrikant. I guess nobody is using Hadoop, at least 80% of the users. I still
Oh,
know few organizations who are still using Hadoop. I was given offers from those organizations too, but I have rejected because I don't want to go out of market.
okay, fine.
I
No,
want to be
actually, I
relevant in the market.
just
Yeah,
okay,
Apache Kafka, yes, it is still being used, and that comes under real-time streaming.
okay.
Okay.
So
Whenever we
and
have streaming use cases, we use it's not just Kafka. I would say it's a queuing mechanism. It could be Kafka, or it could be Event Hub in Azure. It could be PubSub in GCP. It could be Kinesis in AWS. Yeah, I'll be throwing some light on that as well.
and PySpark and Apache Spark will they be similar or any kind
They're
of
same.
relation?
So
Okay, fine.
Spark
Thank you.
application you implement using Python, you call it as PySpark. It can be
Okay,
implemented using Java. It can be implemented using Scala. So Spark is basically a framework. Okay,
okay,
and you can implement your applications of that framework using any programming language.
okay. Yep. Thank you.
So you will, I mean, I just wanted to check whether you can be referring to similar kind of tools or concepts in other, like if I say Azure is for Microsoft, if it is for Google, it will be something else,
Hmm.
right? So that way,
I'll give you that analogy sheet at the end
yeah,
of the course. What are
comparison.
we have that analogy table. I'll be doing that.
Yeah, because I mean, all companies doesn't use the same Azure, right? So
Yeah.
similarly, what can be the other alternatives?
Correct. This is a pretty relevant question, guys. This can be helpful for others as well. Databricks is a platform as a service and a third-party service. You go to any cloud, you have the presence of Databricks. Okay, but Data Factory is Microsoft tool. So
Yeah.
you will have to understand what analogous tools you have in other clouds. So for example, AWS, you have something called as Glue, AWS Glue. And then GCP, you have something called as Data Fusion. Okay, so what you are able to do with Data Factory here, you should be able to do the same with using those tools there. Okay, and also I'm not sure about the interview process in US, but when it comes to India, right? Let's say I have a requirement in AWS, but if I found somebody really good in Azure or GCP, they have some good data engineering knowledge, I'll be more than happy to recruit him for that AWS role. That is happening across the companies in India. Okay, because I still remember last time when I wrote the job description, we didn't even mention the cloud. Okay, we just mentioned cloud data engineer and experience in any cloud is fine. But all we look for is their SQL skills, their PySpark skills, and then their data knowledge. Hope that answers your question, Satya.
Yeah, because because in the market, there are some specific to particular products, and
Yeah.
they are learning in. So all they need is the concept, right? So first thing.
Yeah, and also the moment I complete the first 1 month of course, right? You won't even be needing a mentor or a trainer. Honestly, you can just register to any recorded sessions, and you should be able to understand.
Okay.
Yeah, even in the US, they're just mentioning one cloud. Any cloud is fine.
Yeah, that's how it is, Shrikant, because I have been working on cloud for almost 7, 8 years now. Okay, so for me, scaling up from one cloud to another cloud, it didn't take any effort, honestly.
Yeah, it depends upon the organization, right? Once if
Yeah.
they use Microsoft, sometimes they might use based on the project, they might change.
Yeah, sometimes clients will be very clinical there. I mean, critical there. I still remember when we were working for Cisco, they're on GCP. They're very particular about hiring only GCP resources. Very particular because their timelines are such. They were like, I'm not sure how many of you know about that organization. I don't want to get into the details, but because of the timelines they had, they don't want somebody to learn and do the things. They want somebody who have been already working on it and then continue it there. So they're very particular about hiring GCP resources. Okay, so I have come across less than 5% of these cases in my experience. Okay, but until and unless it's a client critical requirement, companies are open to hire anybody with one cloud knowledge.
Yeah.
Yes, Suresh, it's a generic question from my end.
Mhm.
See, actually, IT employee want to switch to totally he want to switch from the existing role to uh, new technology, that is okay. That is either
Mhm.
data or SAP. So among these two, which will be better to get into placement?
Mahesh, you're asking this question to a wrong person. You ask me, I would always say data. You go and ask some full stack engineers, they would always prefer full stack engineer. Okay, because I'll tell you what, my experience so far, you should be asking these questions to Spock in your Spock of Career IT, because they offer multiple courses, right? So they can give
Mm-hmm.
you an unbiased opinion. Okay, but in my case, I
Yeah,
have
that is fine.
never
That
faced
is
any
fine.
struggle with finding a job in data field.
Mm-hmm.
And every time I made a switch, I had 4 to 5 offers in my hand. Not just me, same is the case with everyone. Even when market was down, even people were struggling to get some calls. I have managed to switch companies like a piece of cake. Not just me, but I have seen many of my friends, many of my colleagues who are working on data have done that.
Mm-hmm. So when compared to SAP and data, which is the hike in the market or demand?
So you're referring to data engineer, data science, that classification you're asking about?
Role wise, job wise and role wise, which is in high in demand market. SAP, SAP, FICO, those kind of role or data engineer.
I would always prefer data engineering and I would always say data engineer.
And the person who doesn't have any knowledge, the person that for that person I'm asking, the person who doesn't have any knowledge, because one of my friend is there who
Mhm.
wants to join, he
Mhm.
will consider that whether you want to go for SAP or data engineer.
What
So
is that? Data engineer or
SAP.
SAP? SAP is a
Yeah.
tool.
Yes, in SAP, finance eco is there, right?
Mhm.
So that role, actually he is in confusion with that one. He wants to move
Okay.
that one. So that I can suggest him.
Got it.
That's why I'm
I see your question. See, for me, it's always data Mahesh.
yeah.
Okay. So honestly, if you ask, if you're comparing data engineer with an SAP, right? SAP is a black box for me. Okay. So like I was mentioning, someone from career folks, can answer this question better. Or maybe I can compare data engineer, data analyst, data science, or maybe full stack because I do have friends working on full stack and these things, right? But definitely, I'm not the right person to answer your question. I don't want to just tell you data engineer because to sell my course.
Yeah, normally if I ask SAP also, they will tell some other, but I'm expecting some genuine questions from you.
Hmm.
That's
Now, this is a
that's
good
why.
question, but I'm not the right person to answer this question. I don't want to deviate your path.
Okay, okay. Because the person who wants to move is in the computer state. For
Yeah.
that, for him, I think you can guide him, right? No, rare, he can go this side, he can go that side. Something. That's the reason I'm asking. Okay.
Yeah, but if you ask me, boss, is data engineering is good enough for me to get a job? My confident
Mhm.
answer would be yes.
Okay. Mhm.
Okay.
Thank you. Nice. Mhm.
Suresh, one question. I
Yeah,
mean,
please go
even for
ahead.
experienced people, is it not difficult to get the job? I mean, let's say somebody is more experienced, data engineering roles.
I'll tell you. So it's another good question. So the difficulty of your interviews is directly proportional to your experience.
Correct.
Okay. So it is directly proportional to the efforts you'll have to put. Okay. So all you
Mhm.
get from me is guidance, but at the end of the day, it's you who is going to put some efforts into it. I'll give you a classic example when whenever my batch starts, right, in the first session, I'll see 15 folks attending my first session. Okay. And generally, we have a week timeline for you to complete the payment and then confirm your presence. Okay. By that time, the count would come down to 12 or 13. Okay. So right now, we have 20 people attended demo. I am just giving you random numbers. It can change from time to time. Okay. First couple of weeks, first 1 month, I'll see 80% attendance. Okay. And it will gradually come down. And in the last session, I would barely see 30% attendance.
Mhm.
And
Okay.
trust me, that 30% folks are really serious about this course.
Okay. Got
Okay. And out of that 30%, I have seen, 15 to 20% getting jobs. It's all about how much effort you're going to put in. You just ask questions and then get concepts clarified. You go back and then practice for an hour or two every day. If every day it's not possible for you, but at least on weekends you spend some 3, 4 hours going through the recordings, practicing everything, completing the assignments I have given, right? So because this is not our academic course, right, where I go track the assignments or give you marks or conduct exams. No. Okay, so if you are, and let me tell you guys, if you are attending sessions regularly, you'll feel very comfortable attending my sessions because I do spoon feeding for sure. Okay, but if you don't practice, you will start feeling that pain only after my course is completed. You will forget everything. Okay, so the more dirty you make your hands, the more knowledge you'll gain, and the more confident you'll be during attending your interviews.
it. Okay. Got
Okay. But like I have mentioned, there is a reason for doing these two one-on-one because I want to guide you in the direction you are based on your experience. I don't want to give some generic inputs for every one of you. Okay.
Okay. Thanks, Suresh.
Cool. Then we'll wrap this up, guys, and hopefully see you on the first session.
When is the first session starting, Suresh?
I will let Career IT folks get back to you, Vinay.
Okay, probably next week.
Yeah, it would start next week for sure.
Okay, got it.
Most probably or Monday evening.
Monday evening. Monday evening. Is this course on the evening or Monday morning, Suresh?
My morning, your evening.
Oh my God.
Same
Okay.
time.
Okay.
And the
Is it
duration,
possible morning India morning hours, Suresh?
It's India morning hours, correct.
It
No,
is
Sorry?
India morning hours.
Yeah, it's going to be India morning hours.
Oh, okay. Time?
8 o'clock,
Time,
I think. Same time.
99% it's going to be 6:30 to 7:30 or 7 to 8.
7 to 8 will be
7
good
to
option.
8.
okay.
7 to 8 India IST morning, correct?
Correct.
Okay. 7 to 8 is a good option. Okay.
the
Thanks. Suresh.
duration, sorry.
Thank you,
Okay.
sir.
Thank you so much, guys. And see you in the first session. Thank you all.
Thanks.
Good day.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Suresh. Thanks. Nice.
I was meeting you.